Sichuan Tzu volunteers invite scholarship recipients and parents to make mooncakes. A young man in Changhua overcomes disabilities to become an English teacher. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Siri Su. Thank you for joining us. To celebrate Mid-Autumn Festival, Sichuan Tzu volunteers invited scholarship recipients and their parents to make mooncakes. In addition, they also gave out scholarships.
我做给爷爷婆婆吃，因为他们每天都要做活路，非常辛苦。有时候我真觉得他们非常的累。
The first release of the scholarship in the new semester is just before the Mid-Autumn Festival. Tzu Chi volunteers led the scholarship recipients to make mooncakes.
Because the Mid-Autumn Festival is about to come, we can use the cause of making mooncakes to let everyone gather together. It's like going back home to celebrate the festival together. I hope everyone can feel the warmth and care.
Because of the epidemic, the scholarship recipients and Tzu Chi volunteers have not seen each other for more than half a year. So the volunteers specially seized the opportunity to make mooncakes so as to connect everyone together.
The Mid-Autumn Festival is coming soon. We make mooncakes here so we can interact with our family. I can also make some new friends.
Some of the scholarship recipients are accompanied by their parents, who tasted the mooncakes baked by their children and felt especially warm.
I ate a mooncake made by my son. It's his first time. It tastes fine. He fed me with his hands. I think he's grown up.
The children made mooncakes by themselves, adding more love to the Mid-Autumn Festival of the epidemic year.
This year's Mid-Autumn Festival was met with COVID-19. However, Tzu volunteers from the Butterworth community sent love to care recipients as usual. From making mooncakes to packaging them, Tzu volunteers work diligently, hoping care recipients may receive their best wishes.
Every year before the Mid-Autumn Festival, Tzu Chi volunteers in Butterworth send their love and blessings to recipients' homes. Although there is a COVID-19 pandemic this year, volunteers still insist on giving out blessings to care recipients. Taking out carefully made mooncakes from the oven and attaching each one with an auspicious charm, Tzu Chi volunteers take great care in each step of the process.
We have made more than 200 pieces for our care recipients in the community. This time we have made two flavors. One is cocoa red bean and the other is Taichung style.
I hope they can also feel the seasonal joy of the traditional Chinese festival. Our volunteers and care recipients are just like a family. Everyone unites together. The epidemic will not wipe out our care for the care recipients.
The senior care recipient who lives alone has no children. Having received the Mid-Autumn Festival blessing, she feels joyful and is also grateful to Tzu Chi volunteers for their continuous care over the years.
I am very grateful to Tzu Chi volunteers who bring the mooncakes to me every year. There's no one by my side, only Tzu Chi volunteers. They've been caring for me over 10 years.
I'm really happy. They are very caring. If they did not come and celebrate with us, we would have passed the Mid-Autumn Festival quietly.
Tzu Chi volunteers' love and care make the Mid-Autumn Festival this year as warm as it was. It is hoped that every family will pass through the epidemic safely.
At Zhongping Junior High School in Taichung and Houlong Junior High School in Miaoli, two Jing Si Reading Rooms recently opened. Abundant books and a reading space allow students to read good books.
This moment for Jing Si Reading Rooms unveiling is to open up wisdom to its readers.
The book inside is quite content and meaningful.
It gives us a space to calm down and read.
Houlong Junior High, which was part of Project Hope, its Jing Si Reading Room is also a collection of love and provides a wealth of books.
It can provide knowledge and is a great supplement to teaching materials.
We look forward to the day that our students kindly read every day.
And Zhongping Junior High in Taichung City, Jing Si Reading Room was also opened.
I want to invite many of my friends to read these interesting books with me.
It allows students to wander in the reading space as if they are equipped with a pair of wings.
From these readings or these Jing Si folding tables and chairs, let the children and teachers feel the master's thoughts.
In the Jing Si Reading Room, students develop their reading interest and ability, which makes them more successful in their future learning.
In Malaysia, to thank all the frontline workers, the health department of a district held a feast to thank all the organizations that assisted throughout the pandemic. Tzu Chi Kuala Lumpur Selangor chapter was also awarded.
Here's to thank all the heroes working on the front lines to safeguard our health.
In Selangor's Houlong district, a feast was held by the local health department to thank everyone who contributed fighting against the pandemic.
We formed a team which was fully equipped with PPE clothing and carried out sanitation of public places. A few NGOs also assisted to complete the task.
Our responsibility to actually make sure everything is safe, make sure people and rakyat is safe. We do sanitizing and we also help sanitize the anggotas, the pegawais and also the officers where they are in the red zones.
At the beginning of the pandemic, there was a shortage of medical equipment. Tzu Chi Selangor and Kuala Lumpur chapter was awarded as volunteers assisted in cleaning the wards in Sungai Buloh and also provided face shields and other supplies.
The health department of Houlong district awarded Tzu Chi with this certificate. It's a recognition of the volunteers' contribution throughout the pandemic. I'm thankful for the award, and this award is for all the volunteers.
Everyone played their respective roles during the pandemic, safeguarding the health of the people.
The community, regardless of the races, religion, and also from private sector and also the government sector, they team up together and do their part.
Especially in terms of giving all the PPEs, all the assets, and helping us in terms of how we want to combat this COVID-19.
The pandemic is still ongoing, and we must still be aware. Besides the frontline workers, the people must also give full cooperation. Here's to hope that everyone can become the heroes against combating the pandemic.
In Changhua, Lin Xinghao is a teacher at National Lugang Senior High School. When he was born, his lower limbs atrophied, and therefore he suffered from mobility issues. Despite this, he overcame many difficulties and has won the President Educational Award. He's now an English teacher, and he hopes to help other people rise above life's challenges. In this car, his father is driving while his mother accompanies him.
跟学生的互动怎样？上课情形怎样？
还不错，学生都跟平常差不多，都很有热情。
They talk about everything during the 15-minute ride to school.
有晚自习啊，你下午要休息，不要让自己太累。
好，我今天下午空堂比较多，我会找时间休息。
I'm getting old and my physical strength is deteriorating. Now, I have to think of ways for him to take care of himself.
When he was born, he was missing one vertebrae, and his thigh and calf were connected, as he almost did not survive.
The doctor said that he might not live for a long time. We must be prepared mentally. We thought that even if his life is short, we want him to live without regrets. Then he has lived till now.
He has overcome his physical challenges and studied hard. He has won the President Educational Award in 7th grade.
I think it is not only a recognition for me, more importantly, it recognizes how my parents helped me.
26-year-old Changhua is an English substitute teacher at Houlong Senior High School.
Please add very in. Behind in, we will add all kinds of conditions.
Lin, whose lower limbs are atrophied, relies on a wheelchair. He raises his hand to write on the whiteboard.
I lean my body to the left and rely on the wheelchair handle and support myself with my feet.
Since Lin cannot use his feet, he relies on his hands, which have calluses. He designs course questions with software to improve students' learning efficiency.
我很喜欢老师上课的教法。
他把他的正向念，然后传达给我们。
透过自身的努力，
He has pursued a bright future with his persistence and hard work. I think he is a role model.
Despite his challenges in life, he has not given up his dream of teaching.
I might still face a lot of difficulties in the future. However, as long as I persist, I believe people around me will help me pursue my dream.
力量都会帮助我完成。
Tzu Chi Indonesia Chapter cooperated with the local police and army to provide aid supplies to the impoverished families. Volunteers also hope that the seeds of great love can be planted in the hearts of the people.
Due to the pandemic, life has been getting tougher for the people. Fortunately, love came to their doorstep just in time.
Ini semua sumbangan dari semua donatur.
All these are from Tzu Chi brothers and sisters. They are also from the Bamboo Coin Bank, from 100 to 500 rupiahs. After collecting them, we'll use them to help people in need. This is what the master said by accumulating small money to provide big assistance.
All the donations are then turned into 500 sets of food supply aids consisting rice, sugar, cooking oil, and the Tzu Chi's instant noodle, fulfilling the daily nutrition needs of the people.
Ini adalah salah satu bentuk kepedulian dari saudara-saudara kita yang ada di.
This is the love and care provided by Tzu Chi brothers and sisters. We can feel the consequences brought by the pandemic. Therefore, we further need to know how to help each other.
Tzu Chi Indonesia Chapter worked together with the local police and army to lend a helping hand to the impoverished families. They then carried out aid distributions at various places.
Ya tentunya kami atas nama warga masyarakat Kecamatan Sawah Besar.
As the representative of Sawah Besar Borough, I would like to thank Tzu Chi for all the aid they provided. These food aid definitely will reduce the burden of the residents.
Sehingga masyarakat dapat terbantu dengan baik.
Harapan kita dengan ada bantuan dari paket sembako.
I hope that all the aid supplies from Tzu Chi can spread the seeds of great love. I also hope that these seeds of kindness can grow in the hearts of the locals.
Dan apa yang Tzu Chi berikan itu semoga bisa berkembang terus.
Volunteers gave each family a box of supplies with both hands, spreading the most sincere blessings towards the local residents.
In Taiwan, due to Tzu Chi beautiful home plan in rural community, many households are being helped. Recently, Tzu Chi volunteers went to Yunlin Huwei to remodel the bathrooms for seniors.
Following footsteps of Grandma Ajahn, who lives alone and sees her life. When Grandma takes a shower, she needs to squat down on this small bench, which is 20 centimeters above the ground. And as she stands up again, her weak hands trembled. Volunteers and social workers beside her were horrified. For the elders, this is really not a safe environment. Meanwhile, in another community, the 75-year-old Grandpa Huang is visually impaired, and his wife is taking care of his daily life. Although he is already familiar with moving lines at home, the safety factor can be increased. After the measurement, the volunteers began to renovate the bedroom space for the elderly couple. They also took into consideration of Grandpa's condition and installed a straight handrail.
My husband can't see. Now it's equipped with handrail, which is much more convenient and safe.
On the other hand, Grandma Ajao's handrails were also complete. After the volunteers cleaned the bathroom, they quickly asked her to have a try.
You all helped me pay for repairs. Thank you guys.
The elder was moved and tears fell to her eyes. However, her lonely heart is comforted by this beautiful home plan.
In Malaysia's Malacca, 72-year-old Hoka Wat has been going out each day for the last 10 years to collect recyclables. He doesn't care about what others think of him, only glad that each resource he picks up can be used towards helping the poor.
In the eyes of others, the items thrown in the garbage are dirty and smelly, but for a senior Hoka Wat, everything is valuable.
He lives nearby and we frequently see him collecting recyclables, so we just save it for him and not throw it away in the garbage.
Grandpa Ho wakes up at 5 every day and rides his bicycle to collect recyclables from different places. He has been doing this for over 10 years.
I go everywhere, here or Bazhang over there. The distance doesn't matter. It's all to help Tzu Chi.
I think he works very hard and very detailed. He's been doing this for so long and hasn't given up. It's been years and he's still at it.
Though he's 72, his giving heart has remained. The resources he worked to collect are all donated without hesitation.
I want to help someone because Tzu Chi is helping people. We can work together to help Tzu Chi. This way, Tzu Chi can help more people. I think he's filled with love. He goes everywhere to collect and donate it to Tzu Chi. He rides his bicycle many times a day.
Happy to help another, this is the senior's motto in life.
We have learned much about recycling and how the people of Taiwan have excelled in this field with a recycling rate of 55%. Furthermore, Taiwan is accepting PET bottles from Central America for reprocessing. Of this technology will allow Taiwan to further the goal of sustainable development.
A group of workers are sorting recycled PET bottles by the dirt road. These are picked up from the ocean and the beach. After they are cleaned, they can be sold to recyclers. Recycling PET bottles are turned into clean fragment, and regranulation is an environmental industry that has emerged in Haiti and Honduras in Central America in recent years. The charity organization Thread is going to Haiti and Honduras to recycle PET bottles, not only increasing the employment opportunities for local people, but also improving their living environment.
This is an example of recycled material. Basically, it is being imported from Haiti and Honduras. You can see that it is shiny because PET bottles are also bright and transparent, so the recycled materials are also like this. Their transparency means they are quite clean and the quality is okay.
These plastic pellets come from Haiti and Honduras, which is some 15,000 kilometers away, as they are waiting to be regranulated.
The main material is one on the left. After it comes down, the moisture is released through a drying process and melting takes place here in the zone. The particles are melted with high heat.
This textile company in Taiwan utilizes recycled PET bottles to textiles for more than 10 years. Almost all the plastic received by Thread in Central and South America is sent to Taiwan for reuse. Recycled materials can be customized according to customer needs after high temperature drawing.
The most important thing is that the yarn is drawn to determine the specifications and thickness for our production.
This is a basketball jersey, the Lakers and Boston Celtics. This is a soccer jersey.
The use of recycled plastics can save 51% in terms of energy consumption and 59% of carbon dioxide emissions. Reducing energy waste and converting waste into renewable resources is not only more environmentally friendly, but also an important concept of the circular economy. For this reason, many major international factories require manufacturers to use environmentally friendly recycled materials.
The goal of the US SDG is to eradicate poverty and hunger. We use the PET bottles picked by them. We wash and cut them into pieces and take them back and draw them into thread to be used by brands.
These reused materials from Central and South America have become raw materials for Taiwan's textile industry. It's not only a virtuous cycle, but also a successful case of Taiwan's move towards a circular economy. The textile industry is Taiwan's fourth largest export industry with an annual export value of tens of billions of US dollars. But the wastewater discharge from production is one problem associated with the traditional dyeing and finishing industry. Now there's a new supercritical fluid technology that can dye cloth without water or even directly add functional chemicals to materials.
We use carbon dioxide to reach a fluid state. It has two characteristics. One is the high permeability of gas, and the other is dissolved substances in liquid. This fluid penetrates the cloth to achieve dyeing at high temperature and pressure.
After applying high temperature and high pressure, the dyed black cloth has a uniform color. Through a number of experiments, functional chemical agents can be added to the material, allowing it to absorb moisture and wicking perspiration. This means the process can combine the original dyeing and adding function chemical properties. Furthermore, the process is simplified to one-time use, which is the first in Taiwan.
Traditional textiles typically need water, according to statistics provided by fashion brands. 1 kilogram of cloth, which is dyed and processed, and it is about 100 kilograms of water. However, the process we are doing doesn't need any water at all.
Taiwan's advantage in the circular economy may be our sophisticated recycling technology. For manufacturers all over the world, the recycling of discarded LCD panels is another unsolvable problem. At the moment, Taiwan is the only place in the world which has such technology.
For example, if we take a 55-inch panel, it has about 2 grams of liquid crystal inside, which can be worth more than 20 USD.
The waste LCD panel recycling system developed by eTree removes trace impurities contained in the liquid crystals to reach the commercial product specifications. It can process about 3 tons of waste LCD panels per day with an annual processing capacity exceeds 1,000 tons.
Currently, most of these panels are made from glass. If we take a kilogram of LCD panel, more than 99% of them were glass, and we create many holes in the glass.
In the laboratory, it can be seen that this liquid passes through a hole in the glass, leaving this blue heavy metal copper. The recycled glass becomes an adsorbent material, which is suitable for processing a large amount of heavy metals associated with electroplating wastewater. Taiwan is moving from an agricultural to a high-tech industry with limited resources and rising environmental awareness is bound to face yet another economic transformation. Being able to turn waste into reused materials and leading the world's recycling technology will be a way for Taiwan to profit and thrive in the sustainable circular economy.
In Indonesia, Tzu Chi Mandam branch has sold mooncakes for charity purpose. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.